Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Wizard101 for old folks. So, this is time for a new Deckathalon event, and this Deckathalon is the Ice Deckathalon. And I know that they took the servers down for maintenance last night, so I'm guessing they have tweaked the Deckathalon some, made some differences here. We're going to see what the changes are. I know that the final boss is supposed to be Professor Grey Rose herself, so that is going to be a change. And I'm not sure if they may have added more than 3 floors now, because that was the talk before, was that there was going to be more than 3 floors added. We're going to check that out as well. Now, I've not done a Deckathalon on this particular wizard. I have completed one on my Life Wizard. I did the Life Deckathalon on my Life Wizard. I want to do this one though on my Ice Wizard, because if I manage to get all the way up to the pet, it's a ice pet, and with that particular pet you can't trade it from one wizard to the other. I have managed to hatch one of the school pets, but not at the hatchmaking kiosk. You can't do it there either, so it remains with this wizard unless you're hatching, and I believe you can hatch it with another wizard, because you can hatch it with pets of your own, so I think you can. Anyway, the things that I have learned about the Deckathalon events so far is that you would like to have a pet with you that has may cast spells. So find the pet that you have with the most may cast spells. If you don't have a pet with may cast spells, it would be time to go get one and see if you can't get them trained up pretty quick. Also, I have found with my other wizard that you want some death spells in there, because you want to be able to hit and get life back at the same time, because you're going to be very limited on the amount of life going into this event. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over to Harold Argleston, our librarian, and get some death spells. Now, I don't even have the Ice Decathletes deck yet, spell deck, so I wonder if I have more than one deck in here. I do. I'm just going to pick one of these decks, and I'm only going to use the treasure card part. So this is my first deck setup that I decided to go with. I've not played this particular Deckathalon before, so I'm not sure how far this is going to get me, but we're gonna try. You definitely want ice shields because they are 0 pip cost, and then they will give you the added protection that you need to build up in order to cast your spells. I did put some sprites in there. They are 1 pip cost and can help keep you alive. I put in a couple of fire blades. I put in some of the heck hounds simply because you can cast them for even 1 or 2 pips just to do some damage. And the meteor strikes for when there are 2 enemies in front of us. A dark sprite just to have 1 extra card that I can cast for only 1 pip if I need to. Couple of death blades, mostly to boost if I'm going to use the ghoul or the vampire. The same with the balance blades. They are 0 pip cost for all your blades, so that's good. And then I did put in 3 deer knights as well, although I'm not real sure about using the deer knight. I think I'd prefer to use the meteor strike over the deer knight. I think they'll do that. maybe just take out one of those and put in, what do I want to put in? I've really got everything. I think I'll put in just one of my spirit armors. Alright, that's going to do it for my deck setup. Let's go get into this and see what we can do. Now, we're given 3 credits to start it off with, and then after that you can buy them for gold. Once you're inside this tower, you cannot edit your deck in any way, so you want to be sure you have all of your deck set before you go in. It's a solo dungeon. Nobody's going to come in to help you. Here we go into stage 1. Let's see what we are up against. We start with 539 health, 999 mana, which is an improvement already. They improved that last time because we kept running out of mana trying to fight these. We're up against a warrior ice elf. Here we go. That's why you like to have death spells in here. And we go up to the next level. Okay, now we're going against 2. And when I said you can't manage your deck, you can look at it. I wonder if it'll let me see. That action is not allowed in this area, so you can't add spells either. So I've used 3 of my spells. Okay, here we go. That's it for that one, and I got 2 points. And we're headed up to the 3rd level. It's a blizzard troll. Okay, we got a lot of ruins, and Kara Runewright comes in for recipes. There's the Ice Decathalates deck. Now these are good because they do give you an increase to your strength and a decrease to their hits. The first Deckathalon deck also gives you 50 extra health, and you have 16 cards that will be available, so that's not too bad. We definitely want to buy that, but we're going to have 3 more fire ruins before we can craft that. You do want to get it, even though you know that you're going to get it in this event here, because later on, in order to craft other things, you're going to need this particular recipe. Under housing, we can get a treasure card display, which is a lot of fun. So we're going to buy that as well. And we're going to come out, and it should take us back to the library. Oh, no. It took us straight into... It took us straight into the next floor, but it didn't give me a chance to reset my spells. So I'm glad I had some extra ones. Okay. Let's see. So there's another Ice Decathlete's deck. Sprite cards, triage cards. Okay. And it works towards the Winter Scroll of Fortune, which gave me a Beast Moon seed this time. Alright. I hope it doesn't take us to all of the levels without getting to reload our deck. Maybe we can reload our deck though at Kara. So let's go through this and see. Okay, I'm going into this last one, but I'm awful low on health. Okay, that threw me back in to the library. So I can reset my spells now anyway. Okay, let's see if she has the same thing. Now we have the recipe for the Ice Decathlete's Deck 2 available, which we have to have the Deck 1, which we already do because we got that from up here. And then we'll need 8 more fire runes. So we're going to buy that. Okay, this time she offers recipe cards for Minor Blessing or the Scald card, which is good, but the Meteor Shower only takes 4 pips instead of 5 pips, and you can buy them for gold. If you buy the treasure cards, you have to use some of your fire runes that you want to use to build your decks with. Now they're only 150, so I am going to go ahead and buy them. But I don't know that I'll actually make those. Okay, so we're going to go on. A little worried here. Don't have a whole lot of cards left. Oh my, a hailstone golem. Here we go. Okay, so you can see I went ahead and bought like a life regenerating elixir to see if that would work during the tower, and it does not. It has a slash through it. No combat, no PvP on these. So I'm going into this last battle with 46 health. I don't think I'm going to make it, but we'll see what happens. only did we completed stage 3. I see the ramp up is open, so maybe that means that there are more than 3 levels now. What I have learned to this point, definitely want shields, definitely want 2 different types of blades to use to get the bigger hits. Definitely need some death spells in there to give you more life back, and a pet that can heal you. My pet has totally saved me in this last battle, just pulled me back from the brink of death, so that is wonderful. Definitely not easy. They do like to use shields, so keep that in mind, and they do blade. Now let's see what Kara has for us this time. The deck 3 is on board for this one. We'll definitely need a deck 1, and we'll have to have crafted the Ice Decathletes deck 2 as well. And we'll need more fire runes, so I'm going to buy that recipe. She also sells the recipe for the ash bats and the triage spell. So we'll go ahead and buy those just so that we have them. And take a breath and see what's up that ladder. Now before, this would just take us back to the library. Okay, there are definitely more than 3 levels to the Deckathalon event. Now this is level 4. But I will say I'm a little nervous because I don't have very many spells left, so I think the major drawback that we're going to run into with having multiple levels is that they don't let us restock our spell cards. I have always had an issue with that. There is no reason that you should be limited on being able to restock your spell cards. I think at Kara each time you should be able to restock your spell cards because you're going up to the next level. So if you've only got a very limited number of spell cards that you can go through, you're very limited on getting through this event. But that's what we're dealing with right now. So let's see what happens in this 4th level. His health is 780. He also has a power pip, but you notice I do not have a power pip. even have any multiple hit cards left. So I don't really know how I'm supposed to get past this one. But let's see, and there's no shield. Good night, Irene. Okay. They both have power moves. They both have high health compared to me. The biggest problem that I have is that I'm running out of spells as I'm going through this. Now you can always come out and reload your deck and go back in, but that's going to cost you a credit if you do that. Now it's interesting, since it's going beyond level 3, as we saw, even though they wiped me out at level 4 because my life is only, 539 maximum, and I have to go up against 2 that are almost, they're 800, almost 800 life on both of them. One of them's a little more than 800 and one's a little less. So the deck is definitely stacked against me, and by the time I get to that point, unless I have come out and gone back in, then I don't have as many shields and things as I need to get through it. So I believe at each different tier, I probably will need to come out and reload my deck and spend a credit to go back in. What a lot of people do to be able to get the points that they need to get up this line, though, is simply keep going back in at a lower level and farming that level, that particular level. For the next update, though, what I would suggest they do is allow you, at each time you get to Kara Runewright, allow you to restock your deck with spell cards. It's only fair to be able to do that. You should not have to come out after completing each tier to restock your spell cards. And if the decks that they're giving us are only going to have 16 cards to get you started with, you certainly can't go through very many levels with only 16 spell cards. So I think it's very reasonable to request that we can reset those spell cards each time we get to Kara. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any suggestions, drop them down below and let us know what you think would be helpful to get us through these battles and to be able to get our ultimate reward. Now this time I will interject that it looks like there is a leaderboard going on. Last time, remember, there was not a leaderboard, but I do not see where you get anything other than this trophy. So if you're one of the lucky players that actually do make it to these top spots here, then get the trophy. Let us know what the trophy does. Does it do anything at all? Or is it just, a matter of award winning? Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you've got any questions. I'll try to answer them. I hope you have a wonderful time playing the new updated Deckathalon. And if anybody gets on up to the top of that tower, y'all let me know how far up it goes. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.